Good evening, I'm Kelly Wright, and you are watching a very special report from BNC on our storm coverage as we track Hurricane Ida. We want to get right to all of the developments that are taking place. We'll begin with our chief meteorologist, Kevan Smith, who is live at our BNC headquarters in Tallahassee. And Kevan, we've been following this story all day long as Ida has made landfall in Louisiana. And you've talked quite a bit about New Orleans. Talk to us, if you can, about what's happening in Houma.
Houma right now, Kelly. Actually, the eye wall is currently moving toward Houma. We're seeing those winds right now in excess of 130 miles per hour with some gusts up to 145. You're under extreme wind warning as well as a tornado warning due to those excessive winds. By the way, we have some breaking weather also to tell you about the east bank of Plaquemines Parish. We actually have an overtopping of the levee system. Once again, you folks in the east bank of Plaquemines Parish, we have an overtopping of the levee system. So but once again, you folks in New Orleans are experiencing the heaviest of the activity. It's this right here, and this is where the winds are really going to start to pick up to around 90 to 120 miles per hour. Still, that storm surge warning in effect for you folks in the New Orleans, extending into Mississippi, Gulfport, Biloxi, Pascagoula, at least Mobile, all the way toward the Florida-Alabama state line. New Orleans, you're also under a flash flood warning. We're seeing rainfall totals in excess of 3 inches per hour that is occurring across New Orleans over toward La Place. Current, at least the latest on the storm system, still a Cat 4. Winds are at 130. Now, the movement has slowed down. It's moving to the north-northwest at 10 miles per hour with that pressure of 938 millibars. Once again, this will be moving toward you folks in the southern Mississippi as we travel toward Monday afternoon over Jackson. Still those winds around 45 miles per hour or so. Once again, you folks in New Orleans, you're under a flash flood warning. Over toward Houma, you're experiencing some winds right now, well over 100 miles per hour with some gusts of 145. And La Place, be on the lookout. And there you go. This is the Interstate 10 bridge in between New Orleans and Slidell. And you see the wave action about 6 feet or greater that's occurring. And actually, there are some folks that are traveling along that bridge. If you don't have to travel, folks, stay home. Leave it to the professionals to get out there. And actually, don't put the professionals in harm's way. Just stay home, hunker down, and we're reporting about 500,000 people are without power across southern sections of Louisiana. So, Kelly, a dangerous situation. By the way, Houma now experiencing the worst of the activity, and New Orleans right now picking up those heavy bands of precipitation with that flash flood warning, and Baton Rouge. This is moving your way later this evening. And the bad thing about that, the sun is going down, so it's going to be dark when this storm is a Cat 2 that moves over the folks into the capital city. Kelly, let's throw it back to you.
Kevan, as we watch your reporting on this and checking in with all things as it relates to the science of all of this, the life issues are so important to pay attention to. You were talking about people staying at home, and let's face it, there are a lot of frontline workers who are not able to get out to help people if they are in trouble.
You got that right. And you place those frontline workers in harm's way too when you out doing bad things by getting out sightseeing. I saw some folks on the Bourbon Street cam that were taking photos out on Bourbon Street while the winds were gusting around 50 and 60 miles per hour. Folks, don't do that. And also want to emphasize too, as soon as the storm system is done, at least in toward New Orleans and Baton Rouge, Houma, it's going to be moving to the north, dumping some heavy rain. So flash flooding will become a priority across Mississippi into Alabama and Tennessee. So once again, everyone know your flash flood safety tips. But once again, good word of advice, Kelly, and to everyone, just stay home. There you go. Let's throw it back to you.
Good advice, my friend. Thank you very much. Kevan, of course, reporting on the developments in terms of the weather, but we want to talk to our BNC correspondent, Derrick Lewis, who is in Baton Rouge. You heard Kevan talk about that, the fact that this storm is moving towards Baton Rouge. And Derrick, it has not hit you yet, but we have seen some of the wind bands hitting you. How is the state prepared for this?
Yeah, so preparations are happening. They have been happening over the weekend for the past few days now, preparing for what is going to come here in Baton Rouge. I want to show you what we're dealing with now here in the city. This consistent wind is starting to be more consistent now, actually, as the impacts of Hurricane Ida makes its way to this area. We're seeing a consistent rain and then the dark clouds in this area as well. Now, we do know that throughout the state, nearly 470,000 people are without power now because of the impact of Hurricane Ida in this state. Here in downtown Baton Rouge, you can see that power is still on in many places, but the governor is saying that if power goes out, it could take between 3 days and 3 weeks for people to get their power back on. He is asking everyone to stay inside. You don't want to be outside in these conditions because although it may seem like it's nothing now, it is going to get worse. That is why they have these shelters here behind me. They have these shelters that are open for people to come to stay in if they don't feel safe at home. These shelters are run by the American Red Cross, the city, as well as state officials. They are asking that people wear masks because of the pandemic, as well as social distance. Now, normally they could have about 600 people inside these shelters that are around the state, but this one here is only holding about 200 to make space for that social distancing that is needed throughout this pandemic. Now, we do know that for the next 72 hours, resources will be available to rescue people if needed, if it gets down to that. We do know that rescue teams are on site, about 900 people from rescue teams. We also know that nearly 5,000 members of the National Guard are here, as well as members of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Now, the president, the governor, the city leaders have all said that these resources are available, but at the same time, we need to make sure that people are not out here out and about. I want to show the roads again. Every now and then we'll see 1 or 2 cars coming by, but for the most part, people are inside as this storm gets closer here to Baton Rouge. Now, this could be one of the hardest hit areas. Again, power could be out for up to 3 weeks. They have 16,000 workers here who are ready on standby to come out and restore power when needed. They will be working these 16-hour shifts, working hard to make sure power gets back on when that comes. But again, already, not even feeling the impacts here in Baton Rouge yet, but nearly 470,000 people throughout the state have already lost power, Kelly, because of this storm.
It is an incredible storm, Derrick, and as you've stated, as well as Kevan Smith, our chief meteorologist at BNC, as well as the president and city leaders, this is not a time to be out. So if anybody's watching us right now, stay indoors, stay sheltered in place. Derrick, appreciate your reporting as always. Stay safe, my friend. Again, I want to just echo before we take a break. The President of the United States stated, quote, "The storm is a life-threatening storm and its devastation is likely to be immense. We shouldn't kid ourselves." And certainly, as we've heard from Derrick and Kevan, don't kid yourself. Don't be out there playing in harm's way. It's a fool's errand to deal with the power of this storm. Hurricane Ida making landfall today. We'll continue to follow the developments of this. You are watching a very special report on tracking Hurricane Ida.